Ciao a tutti ragazzi, qua è Chupacabra che parla con l'ultimo episodio di Super Seducer. Anzi, ci tengo a ringraziarvi tutti per averci seguito fino all'ultimo episodio. Vediamo cosa ci offrirà quest'ultimo episodio e cosa dovremmo fare. A noi due, Kate. Primo appuntamento Kate. Voglio dire, non so se si farà Super Seducer 2, sicuramente non lo farò io, mi piacerebbe dare più continuità alla serie con altre persone che magari possono offrire di più. Vediamo cosa ci offre questa puntata. Sei stato bravo a portarla fuori per l'appuntamento, ma c'è ancora molto da fare. Riesci a sedurla stasera e a metterla sul piano fisico. Obiettivo, bacio. Play. Sceglilo con l'appuntamento. Bar 20, caffè 14, discoteca con amici, hiking. Direi più bar 20, sì.
Ideally, we want nighttime plus drinks, right?
Perfetto.
To make sure
Anche
the
perché
date goes as well as
solo noi
possible.
due
So
così
the
ed
bar
è
is the best
la
option.
situazione migliore, no? Lei arriva. Bello vederti, anche per me. Come dovresti sederti? Uno di fronte all'altro, uno a fianco all'altro. Io direi uno a fianco all'altro per una questione di contatto fisico, no? Quindi sì, dai, B.
Come take a seat over here.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Perfetto.
So many people sit opposite each other on first dates and it gets really awkward
Esatto. Si fa
because
molto
you've got that eye
più
contact the whole
vicina
time,
la
you run out
situazione,
of
no?
stuff to say, you feel super uncomfortable, and the worst thing, you can't touch her up, right? So it's much better to sit side by side.
Ok.
So how have you
Come
been the past
stai?
few days? What have you been
Che
doing?
dici nuovo?
Actually, quite a lot. I went to the gym as usual,
Okay.
and then did some work, but it's boring, right? So,
Yeah.
And last night I watched a movie.
Okay, what movie?
It was Seven with Brad Pitt, a nice one.
Yeah, it's good, right? It's kind of psychological, serial killer, scary.
Oh, so you've seen it?
Yeah, I like
it
it.
is very scary. I liked it very much. I think it's very smart.
But it's a strange film for a girl. It's not like Sex and
Is
the
it?
City or like
Un po' di
Finding Nemo or
maschilismo
something.
tossico.
It's quite a tough film, right?
Yeah, it is. But I like tough films.
So you
They
watch
make-
horror movies and things like that?
Yeah, I do. I do quite often. I think they make you think, and it's interesting.
But not. What if there's loads of blood and people dying? You can watch it, or you kind of cover your eyes and stuff.
Not like that. I wouldn't watch
So-
The Saw or something like that because it's stupid, I think.
Molto
But
stupido.
this
Questo è
one is
molto
very smart. You
intelligente.
should know if you watch
Vado
it.
solo non
it's
è
very
proprio
smart. You're always
stupido
thinking
secondo
about,
me.
how they
Però
can
vabbè.
catch him and stuff. So
Yeah,
it's quite
exactly.
cool.
Exactly.
Alright. What else have you got going on?
Actually, I'm moving house at the moment, and it's
Alright.
very, very difficult and
Stancante,
annoying
ci
because
sta.
there are all those boxes I have to move and all my
You have
stuff.
to pack things
Yeah,
up.
pack
and-
up and then transport it all. Oh, it's so
Cosa
difficult.
difficile.
Yeah, they say it's a stressful thing
Io
to
sia
do
molto
to move
stressante
house.
cambiare casa.
Absolutely,
Assolutamente.
absolutely.
Ok, offri di aiutare. Sii empatico, usala come motivo per controllarle i muscoli. Direi più sii empatico. Ha più senso.
That sucks, yeah? It's so much to do, isn't it, moving house?
It is. It's very, very annoying and difficult and boring. Ugh.
It's going to be good in the end, right? You're moving somewhere better or somewhere, like, disgusting and in the slums or something?
Luckily, to a better place, so I'm looking forward to it, actually.
Alright, that's nice. Yeah, when it's all done, it will be good. And you'll have a housewarming party, I guess.
I will.
If
Lo
you
farà?
do, I'm your man. I'll come and bring some wine and stuff.
Lo farà.
Okay.
Ok.
Okay, but not the best option here.
Non la
I know
migliore
you're busy
opzione.
now
Guarda,
with
che
the
cosa devo
house
fare?
and
Devo
stuff, but
aiutarla.
what do you normally do in your
Vabbè.
free time? Do you do any
Fai
sports?
sport?
Yeah, of course I do
Faccio
sports.
sport.
Why, of course.
It's my main hobby, going to the gym, actually.
Vai in
Ah,
palestra.
Yeah, I like it very much.
Sì, mi piace molto.
What
Che
do
fai
you
in
do
palestra? Faccio
I
troppe cose
do
diverse, a
a
dire
lot
il
of
vero.
different things, actually. The main one is doing weights, usual stuff.
Okay.
And I also do
Un'ora
1
di
hour
stretching a
stretching
settimana.
Yeah.
It's
Molto
very, very
doloroso.
painful,
Vabbè, un'ora di
but
stretching a
very
settimana
rewarding as well.
For
non
flexibility.
Yeah,
You
I
want to
like
be able to
it.
do
non è
splits
assai in
Yeah, that's
realtà.
my goal.
kick people in their heads and stuff.
Non è veramente
Yeah,
assai.
maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and also I do Pilates sometimes. Yeah, so it's
Pilates.
interesting as well. And what about you? Do you do sports?
Yeah, I've done lots of sports.
Ma parla
I
di
used to
squash,
do
esatto.
boxing,
Ha parlato di
play
squash. Vabbè.
squash. I always try and do something physical, and at the moment I just do normal gym, like weights and things. But I don't get
Vuoi
huge because I
diventare
don't do
enorme.
protein shakes and all this stuff. So
That's good.
just go to the gym, and I'm doing things for like endurance, you know, to have good fitness
Essere in
and,
forma.
Yeah,
and
that's
whatever.
good.
And what else do you do apart from physical stuff?
Apart from physical stuff, I like
Piace
reading.
leggere.
Actually, I read every day, and it's very,
Leggo ogni giorno
very
è molto
interesting.
interessante. Oh sì, cosa
What are
stai
you reading now,
leggendo
or
ora?
what's the last book you read?
I've just finished Bulgakov's Master and
Bulgakov
Margarita, but it wasn't the
Okay.
first time
Ok.
I've ever read it.
Ah,
You read it
l'hai
again?
letto di
So-
nuovo?
Yeah, I
Ok.
like it very much.
One of your favorites?
Yeah, one of.
That's nice because it's classic literature, not like, you know, Harry Potter.
Bravo.
and
Yeah.
Chicca
Qualcuno
and
doveva pur
The
dirlo.
Girl with the Dragon
Harry
Tattoo
Potter è
and all this
sopravvalutato.
stuff,
So you like reading as well?
Yeah, and I like reading not just fiction, but if I read fiction, I like classics. But I like
Okay.
reading sometimes psychology,
Business.
business, biographies, all types of different stuff.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like psychology as well, and biographies of famous people. That's good.
Figo.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. And tell me, do you do anything creative or
Balli,
I don't know, like
danzi?
singing, dancing, playing the violin, whatever?
Actually, I'm absolutely useless at
È
singing.
terribile quando
Can't sing?
canta, non sa
Can't do
cantare,
that,
non mi
and
piace
I was going to ask you
cantare.
to sing for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Maybe we'll get you lessons and you can sing for me.
That can be interesting.
Può essere
Maybe,
interessante
maybe
forse. Ma
one
quanto
day.
stanno parlando
And I
esattamente?
can't
Ma quanto
play
gioco?
any musical
None of
instruments.
them.
Well, none.
Even this
I'm
Neanche lo
afraid.
xylophone
xylofono.
thing or the...
Glockenspiel.
Maybe.
Do you know this triangle?
Triangolo
That
è
one you just-
difficile da suonare in realtà,
Can do
But-
that, I think, because that's easy.
Vabbè.
And the creative
dipingere.
thing I do is actually painting.
Due bei calici di vino. Ecco qua.
Thank you.
Cerca di approfondire e farle capire come la fa sentire. Dille che può dipingere il tuo nudo. Dille che non capisci l'arte. Mettiamola A, dai.
Painting's really interesting actually,
Yeah, it is.
but tell me, like, what does
come
it
ti
give you?
senti?
How do you feel?
Oh, it gives me a lot. In the first place, it helps you to reveal something inside. And in the second place, it helps you to express your emotions. And it's really
È
interesting.
interessante.
So
Quindi non è come...
it's not something,
visto che non
'cause I'm not a
dipingo,
painter,
non è
right? So it's-
come...
it's not something where, you know,
Se
you're
io da qui
sitting
per
here, for
esempio,
example,
e disegni
and you just paint the
il
bar
bar e
and you're just
cerchi...
trying to
Vabbè,
kind of copy it.
praticamente
It's something where
copi
someone's
disegni
coming from
artistici,
inside
queste cose
based on
qua.
how you feel and who you are.
No, no,
it
lei
is-
improvvisa
it
di
is,
più.
Because I
Ok.
like to create something that may not even exist in the real
Ok.
world. So
Ricorda
it's
delle
basically my
cose nel
imagination.
mondo reale,
But sometimes
ma
I
le
like
mischia con
to
l'immaginazione e
paint
le
something that
dipinge.
exists, if
Ok.
it's, for example, beautiful scenery or something I really like.
Very nice. So
Yeah.
it's not, it's something that serves a purpose like emotionally for you as well, yeah?
Yeah,
Sì,
absolutely.
assolutamente.
Very cool. I'd love to see some of your paintings one day.
Oh, really? That
Yeah.
would be lovely. I would be happy to show you something.
Vorrebbe mostrarle delle cose, vabbè, suona molto
Marvelous.
male.
That's exactly what you want to do, because when someone has a passion, you want to dig down in it, get them speaking and telling you about their feelings, and it's definitely the way to go when someone reveals a life passion. So pay attention to that.
Ok.
Let's not leave this sitting here. Yeah, have a drink.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Lungo. Qua non c'è scritto i bicchieri si scontrano, eh? Vabbè. Non si mantiene il
So
vino
tell me,
così.
how about
Si riscalda
traveling?
il
Do you
vino se lo
travel?
mantieni dal calice,
yes,
devi
I
mantenere da
do.
sotto il calice.
What do you normally do?
Maledizione.
Do cities or adventure holidays?
Actually, I like both. I like cities, and I went to many places in Europe. For example, Prague,
Berlino,
and
Roma.
Berlin, and Rome. Rome
No,
is
non sono
amazing.
d'accordo. Roma a
So
me
I
non
like
piace,
that.
fa cacare.
Yeah, of course,
È
Europe is
piena di
beautiful,
turisti
and
ed
I
è
also
piena di
went to
teppisti.
some exotic places like
Non puoi girare in metro che
Lebanon, for
subito ti
example.
rubano
Lebanon.
qualcosa
Yeah,
It's
it
not
was-
dangerous.
e non li
there.
It
arrestano
was
nemmeno.
quite scary because I thought it was dangerous, but probably it wasn't at the moment. It was fun because I like to see
Mentre il
different
Libano invece è
things
pericoloso, vabbè, ci
and,
sta perché c'è la guerra.
Different cultures and whatever. But
Yeah.
Rome is very touristy, right?
Yeah, all these
And-
crowds, you're
And
right.
then Lebanon is probably not very touristy. Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely,
Molto
very
diverso.
different.
So you
You
like
can see the
different
contrast.
kinds of things, not
Yeah, I
always the
do.
same stuff in the same hotel and speaking places where, because English people are different. Some like to go to, for example, Spain every year to the same
No, è
place,
brutto andare
only speak
sempre allo
English. They
stesso
don't know any
posto.
Spanish.
That's quite
Poi lui è
boring.
inglese, tra
Yeah,
l'altro
and then
c'è
some people
una
like just
lingua
going somewhere super
internazionale
exotic where there are no
e
tourists. I'm
quindi
more like the
si
second
sente a
type. I don't like tourists.
Oh,
disagio.
really?
Yeah. If I go somewhere and the other English people
E
are like, oh
infatti,
no,
esatto, si
I
sente
feel
a
like I'm
disagio
in the
perché
wrong
tutti quanti parlano
place.
Oh,
inglese e si
really? So you
sente
don't like
come se non
English
stesse
people?
viaggiando, secondo me.
When I'm traveling somewhere and you're just surrounded by, people from your country, you don't
Non
feel
senti
like
di
you're
stare
traveling.
viaggiando,
If
ci sta,
everything's
ci
in
sta,
English,
ci
you
sta,
don't feel
ecco
like
qua.
you're traveling. So I like to go somewhere and only meet locals, to go to the local place. Like you would have seen it in Rome. You can go to some restaurants where it's all just Americans.
Yeah, just tourists all
Yeah.
around.
Turisti
Or
No
you can
good.
go to a restaurant if you're lucky and you're like, oh, I'm sitting with Italians, so I must be in the right place, not the
Yeah,
tourist
maybe you're right,
recommendation.
actually. I should
Deve
try that.
provarci.
Yeah. And tell me, what's the I don't know, coolest place you've been or most interesting?
Something that I
Cosa è
really
piaciuto
liked,
davvero?
yeah.
Yeah.
Recently I went to Cuba and it was
Cuba.
amazing.
Cuba è stata
I
bella.
really, really liked it.
Allora, dille invece che non è un posto così bello. Fai colpo su di lei col fatto che sei stato molto spesso ai Caraibi, falla parlare delle parti migliori del viaggio. Direi fai colpo su di lei, dai.
Oh, Cuba, yeah, of course. Caribbean, what else is there? Belize, Cayman Islands, Grand Cayman, Little Cayman, been many times. Jamaica, all over Jamaica. Of course, it's great, all those beaches and
Guarda,
things.
lista la
And if you like
spesa.
islands, then where else is good? Fiji, very nice.
Right.
Tahiti. And then you've got in the Indian Ocean, you've got Mauritius, Seychelles, Maldives. Been there
Okay.
many, many times. Anytime I want to relax and just stay in a fantastic hotel,
Vabbè, non è
eat
molto
amazing
convinta.
food, chill by the beach, reading a book. So yeah, nice. Cuba's cool, but the other one's much better. There's about maybe 25 or 30
Really?
islands that are better
Really?
than Cuba, but it's good.
Davvero?
that you travel.
Geografia.
When a girl is happy about something, get her to talk about it first, get out all those positive emotions, connect on it, and then if she asks you, you can always show off, right? If you really have
Però
to.
devi,
If you just
se
cut her off
interrompi,
and go on
segui
your
il
own
filo
tack, then
molto male,
it's
lei
very
si
bad.
chiuderà.
She's going to shut down and not be
Va
as
bene.
responsive from
Ok, ho
there on.
sbagliato allora.
And what about you? Do you like traveling?
Yeah, I do like travel. I don't like it as
Appena
much as I
parlato di
did
25
because when I was
isole
younger, I
intorno a
would go
Cuba.
away for months at a time and just
Wow.
go to different countries and come back home and then 2 weeks later go away again. Now I'm more settled and I like spending time at home, but I would say like every month I like to go somewhere. And I spend a lot of
Un sacco di tempo a
time in
Barcellona.
Barcelona. I've got a nice place there, it's by the sea, and have it all nicely set up with big television and PlayStation and
PlayStation,
stuff.
televisione,
So it's
davvero
really cool.
bello.
Oh, really? PlayStation, you
Sì,
said?
Yeah,
tutto PlayStation.
You play often?
Sì,
yeah,
perché
kind
qual è il
of.
problema?
Oh, really? I think
No,
games
no,
are
no.
just a waste of
No,
time.
no, è
Don't
perché
you think so?
truccarsi cos'è? Sa che hai ragione, smetterò. No, cosa? Immagino che non fai nulla che se va a perdere tempo. Comincia dal fatto che è una cosa intelligente. La convincerò del fatto che è una cosa intelligente. Giocare, mostra la propria
Well, look, I kind of
creatività,
get what you
no?
mean because it's, some people might say it's immature or something,
Yeah.
but it's a little bit different nowadays because older people play, and even in this TV show, House of Cards, he's the president, but he plays
Certo.
games. It's quite funny, but
Yeah, sorry.
I won't try and convince you that it does good stuff for your brain and your reflexes and kind of memorizing maps and things.
Okay.
But specifically for me, the way I work in my business is I need to have
Buona
just a
idea,
few
ci
big
sta, ci
ideas,
sta, ci sta.
every now and again. So I'm not sitting there all day doing repetitive stuff. I need to be creative and think of something powerful. And when I'm playing a game, I'm not 100%
Bravo,
in
esatto,
there
esatto.
at all. I'm kind of
Un'ottima,
detached
ottimissima spiegazione.
and I'm coming
Cioè,
up
vai
with
al lavoro,
ideas.
fai
So
sempre le
it's
stesse
something that
cacchio di cose.
actually is
Vai a
not,
casa, giochi,
I'm
fai
sitting
delle
there playing
cose
a game. I'm
diverse.
actually
Qual è il
having these
problema?
big
Perché il
ideas, just
gioco
like
di
you
per
might
sé
if you're in the
mostra
bar
cose
feeling,
diverse,
you
no?
think, oh, that's good, like this. And something I also do is if I'm playing something that doesn't need audio, where it's not really important, like a racing game or sports, then I listen to
Eppure può
audiobooks.
fare delle cose
Oh.
mentre
And actually,
gioca,
I remember
no?
a few years ago I studied Chinese.
La
And
musica.
I would be able to sit for hours
Puoi
just
ascoltare la
listening
musica,
to
puoi
the
ascoltare
Chinese because I
gli
was playing the
audiolibri.
game, so I didn't get bored. Because if you're just listening to language learning, you can't do it for long, right?
Yeah,
So
it's
it really helped
tiring.
me
Oh,
actually.
really? Yeah,
Yeah, it's not
maybe.
so
Yeah,
bad.
maybe.
And there's some girl games I'm gonna let you try. There's one called Flower where you control, I don't know, growing flowers and flying
really?
around and stuff.
Gioco un po'
Okay,
maschilista, forse.
maybe I would give it a try then.
Un gioco da donne. Un gioco da
Brilliant.
ragazze.
But do you know
Vabbè.
why this works? It's because women find it very attractive when a guy shows his intelligence. All women want a
infatti,
guy
vabbè,
that's more intelligent than them,
non sono
and
attratte
it's
dalle
very
persone
cool if you can
intelligenti, però
persuade her
vabbè.
to your point of view. So anytime you can do this, anytime you've got the facts at hand or a strong argument, you can persuade her. It's actually really attractive and sexy, so do it. And what about you? Do you have any like guilty pleasures? You watch some really dumb TV shows, like reality
Cose
stuff?
del genere.
Well, let me think. Definitely
Sicuramente
not
non programmi in
TV
TV
shows,
perché
'cause I
non guardo la
never
TV.
watch TV actually.
Never?
Mai, mai.
Never. I don't like it.
You don't have a television?
Only movies.
Ah,
I have
movies.
television, but
Ah,
only
okay.
for
Ah,
movies
solo per i
and
film.
stuff.
Ok.
And I need to tell you that one guilty pleasure I
Che
used
ti
to
piace del
have
passato?
was smoking, actually,
Oh.
but I managed to give up. And
Are you sure you're not going to start again?
no, now
If I had a
now
cigarette now and say, come on,
no,
smoke.
thank
No, grazie.
you. No, I gave up, so
Nulla
That's
no
good.
more. And I think nothing else, basically. And what
Alright.
about you?
Tu?
Actually, people are often surprised when I tell them I've
Mai
never tried
provato
a
una
cigarette.
sigaretta?
Oh, really?
Non ha mai
Not
fumato.
once.
No, I smoked other
Aspro.
things, but
Ecco, ci sta.
never a
Come me,
cigarette.
praticamente.
Okay.
Strange,
È
right?
strano,
Yeah,
vero?
that's funny.
And in general, no, I think I'm quite nothing too bad. You know, not a crazy alcoholic or addicted to anything
That's
that I
good.
shouldn't be addicted
Non dovresti
to. So,
dipendente.
no,
Non
it's not too
male.
bad. And let me ask something that's a little bit. For me, it's interesting, right? So indulge me here.
Okay, go
What are
on.
your
I vizi,
bad
i vizi,
habits?
ok.
Like, what are some bad qualities?
Like that. I think I
Vizi.
can't really trust people
Vabbè,
well,
ci
so
sta.
Well, you know you can
sometimes
trust me.
Fidarti di me?
No, I
No,
don't
non
know.
ha senso.
sometimes I can seem a little bit unfriendly with people I don't know.
Ah.
So maybe
Vabbè,
that's
che
a bad
forse l'hai
point
preso
about me.
veramente il culo tante
Also,
volte nella vita e quindi ti
crazy
è dato
about
così.
being on
Però
time
vabbè, ci sta.
everywhere. So sometimes I'm panicking when I'm running late and can be really angry
Vabbè,
or
ci
something
sta.
like
That
that.
might be a problem.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
You're always late.
I'm never late, but I
Don't
arrive.
tell me that.
I arrive like 3 seconds before.
Before.
Always
You're sure
before.
not after?
I'm late if it doesn't matter, but if it matters, like a flight or a train or a when people are waiting,
Non faccio
I'm not
tardi.
late. But if it doesn't really matter, if we kind of say, oh, around that time, then I wouldn't. And getting to the airport, yeah, not. hours
io sì,
before.
invece.
Hate it. So
Io
that
invece
might
sì.
be a problem.
Yeah, that might be a problem actually, because I like to come in advance.
Vabbè,
Don't know what to do now.
2 ore prima?
I can try it your way, because actually
massimo
I
ci
end
vado
up
2-3 ore
wasting
prima.
hours just
Well,
sitting there and
If
waiting.
in the future, right, this is our first date, but if in the future we go somewhere,
Okay.
you can just go to the airport like 5
5
hours
ore.
before,
Vabbè.
do whatever you want,
Meet you
and
there.
I'll just come,
Raggiungo
just
sull'aereo
come later and
dopo.
meet you on the plane.
Okay, that sounds funny.
Divertente. Sbadiglia e metti il braccio attorno a lei. Metti la mano sulla gamba, leggi il palmo, controlla il polso, usa la chiromante o la routine per toccare le orecchie. Controllare il polso no, perché cioè, che faccio? Controllo la pressione, il battito, che senso ha? Metto la mano sulla gamba, dai.
I need to figure out a way to touch her now.
Sorry. Could you please
va
remove
bene.
that?
Remove
Ok,
this, my hand?
Uh-huh.
Why, too soon?
Yeah, I don't know.
Non mi
Didn't
piace.
like it.
Alright, well, tell me when you're ready. Give me a sign. You can, I don't know, do this and this and this. It means you're ready or something, okay?
Okay, I will.
lo farò.
Don't leave it
Ma
too
lascerà
long.
troppo a lungo. Vabbè,
That could have been cool, but you drew too
un po'
much attention
rispezzato.
to it. So
Non sono
when you do
andato bene.
touch her, it should be quite innocuous.
Leggi il palmo, controlla il polso. Ho detto no, perché poi, vabbè, sembra che sono un medico. Usa la chiromante e una routine per toccare le orecchie. Proviamo. Non lo so.
And tell me, do you believe in fortune tellers and horoscopes telling the future
Oh,
and all this
well,
stuff?
not really.
Me too. I thought it was complete
Ok, questo
rubbish.
stronzate, ma
Yes,
sì,
but
una
one
volta sono stato
time I
al
went to the
mare
seaside
in
in England
Inghilterra e
and
c'era
there
questo
was a
segno che
sign that said
diceva
the gypsy
Zingara,
fortune teller come in
zingara,
and I
qua,
thought, why not? I'm
vabbè.
going to try it.
Really?
She came in. Yeah. I'll tell you what happened. First thing, I came in and she took my hands and she looked at them and said, "No, that's not it." And threw my
Whoa.
hands down like that. And then she said, "With you, I need something
Qualcosa di
different."
diverso.
And she came like this and she touched my ear, looked into my eyes, and she told me that by the bumps on the back of the ear,
Really?
yeah, she could tell me about
La mia
my
vita
past
passata.
life.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lo
do you
sapevi
know
anche
about
tu?
my past life?
okay.
So she said that I was a knight
Wow,
and that I
cavaliere,
was
figo.
brave and whatever, told me some details. But she said that I died when I was
Asfalto
tarred
e
and
piume.
feathered. Do you know what that is? When they pour
Oh
that
yeah.
stuff on you and then feathers and then set you on fire.
Very bad.
So, pretty bad. You know, it's tough to die like
Right.
that today. But the amazing thing is, even now, and since as long as I remember when I was a child, I hate the
Odia l'odore
smell
dell'asfalto
of
quando
tar when
fanno
they're
le
making
le nuove
the
strade.
new roads
Ok,
or
sì,
something
abbastanza
like
Yeah.
that.
strano.
Oh, that's pretty
So I think
weird.
there's something in it.
Io
So maybe I
credo.
believe it.
Ci
Maybe.
sta?
I don't know
Suona
about that.
strano,
but
ci sta,
sounds
io non ci
funny.
crederei, figurati.
This is a classic
Neanche
PUA,
questo va
pickup
bene,
artist
PUA,
routine
non
from
so cosa sia.
Baxter, and it works, you know, to an extent, but again, it's a routine. So you can prepare all this stuff for when you go out and meet girls, but it's much better to develop your natural conversation and seduction skills, which is why you're here, right? But still, I hope you enjoyed it and you could use it, or you could even use it just for fun, even telling them what it is. And do you like going out to
Locali,
bars,
eccetera,
partying,
eccetera.
all that stuff?
Actually, no, I
Perché stai
don't really
qua?
like it because people are just
Che state
drinking
facendo voi?
there, and
Scusate,
I
non ho
don't really
capito.
like to
Like
drink.
us?
Esatto.
You don't
No,
like to drink? Cheers.
no,
Cheers
they
to that.
just cheers. I think they're just drinking a lot, and then they're crazy, dancing everywhere,
Ah, you mean like
smoking.
shots and
Yeah, all this.
hard
I don't
drinking.
really like that. Yeah, but sometimes I go with my friends when they
Costringono.
make me go, basically.
you like
Yes.
dancing? Can you dance?
I really can dance when I feel like dancing, but it doesn't happen often.
Quando si sente
That's
di
why I don't
ballare,
go.
balla, ma in generale
So,
non le
do
piace.
I believe you? Yeah. So if I caught you in the club, you wouldn't be dancing on the bar or the table.
No, nothing like
Ha
that.
tanto
never.
Your
autocontrollo.
controls.
Yeah, I'm very,
Okay.
very self-controlling.
But you're single at the moment. You don't
Yes, I
go
am.
to bars to meet men.
Really, I don't think it's a perfect place to meet someone nice.
What do you do then? Internet?
No, internet. I don't believe in
Non
that.
crede in internet.
I think
Okay.
that it's better just
Ah,
to
non
live your
crede in
life, to
Tinder,
work,
queste
and go
applicazioni
to
qua.
the parks,
Va bene,
wherever you
ok.
go, and then one day you will meet someone. when
Certo,
it's fun.
incontrarsi è
That's so
molto meglio.
romantic. So you believe in
Credere nel
fate.
fato, sì.
Yeah, I do.
So you're single at the moment, right?
Yes,
you
I
haven't
am.
got secret lovers and husbands all around the world or something.
No.
Okay. And how is it? Because I know some girls they're never single. They just have relationships, split up into the next one.
Yeah, maybe. I
Un
quite
pace.
like it. I think
Credo
it's
sia
better
meglio
to be
essere
single than
insingle.
with someone
Qualcuno
you
non ti piace,
don't like.
cose.
or
Vabbè,
something like
grazie
that.
al cazzo.
That's why
Posso
I
dire.
really enjoy that. I have a lot of free time to develop my personality and
Posso leggere e
to
fare delle cose.
do something, read and do more work. So
Mi
I like
piace.
it.
La tua
What's your
relazione più
longest
lunga?
relationship?
It was about a
Un
year.
anno.
A year? I once met a girl who said 2 weeks to that question.
Ah, ragazzi, ha
really?
risposto due
That's kind of
settimane.
weird. Don't you
Amazing,
think
right?
so?
Troppo poco.
Yeah, very
Ma
strange.
un anno non è
What
neanche
about you?
tanto in realtà.
My longest
Ho 2
was
anni,
my first
neanche
relationship,
tanto.
2.5 years.
2 anni e mezzo.
Oh, that's quite long.
No, non è
Yeah.
lunga.
How long
Però
have you
vabbè,
been single this time?
It's about 3
3
months
mesi.
now.
3 months.
3 mesi.
If you don't mind me asking, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but why did you break up with your last man?
Oh. Actually, we broke up because he was useless in bed.
Oddio. Oddio. Appena battuto sul fatto che ti servono solo 3-5 minuti. Questo mostra come non sia stata soddisfatta a lungo, mostra empatico e sempre la temperatura sessuale. Vabbè, B per forza.
Ah, I see. So, and how long were you together?
About 5 months.
So you're together for that long, then you were single for a while. So am I right in assuming that you haven't been satisfied properly in a while?
Kind of.
All right, well, that's all right. I'm not promising anything. Definitely not tonight because I have meetings tomorrow. But
Oh, really?
We'll see,
Davvero?
we'll see what we can do.
Fine, that's fine. I'm okay with
Mi
that.
sta bene, cazzo, vogliono fare qualcosa.
If a girl puts it out there and she's
Dai, ci
already
siamo
being
quasi.
sexual, then your response has
siamo
to be
quasi.
to take it a little bit further, not too far, but definitely not to shy away from it. So it's the right option. Oh, looks like the taxi's already here, but
Oh,
it was wonderful spending time with you, and we should do this again sometime soon.
Dovremmo rifarlo,
yeah, I
secondo
think
me
so. I
ti è
liked it.
piaciuto.
All right,
Bello,
great. I'll think
grandioso.
of something interesting to do. We can go, I don't know, play some sport or something like that.
I
Yeah.
would love to. Great.
Grandioso.
You
Okay,
will
great.
message me then.
Scrivimi.
Yeah, sure.
Great.
Perfetto. E il bacio?
Correct. That's the right option.
Vai, dai. Ah, è finita. Non abbiamo raggiunto il bacio. Molto bene. Ma non abbiamo
Ideally,
raggiunto
we want
l'obiettivo.
nighttime
Quante
plus
corrette
drinks,
ne sono?
right?
6 punti
To
su
make sure the date
10%.
goes as well as possible. So
Vabbè.
the bar.
Oh, scena finale.
Congratulations, you've
Questa ce la
made it.
guardiamo
You've
in
got all the way
purezza.
to the end and completed all 10
vedi.
levels. Now, there is an even better ending if you go through and you complete them all with 5-star ratings, plus get 50% completion, but it will be worth your while, so I suggest you go and do it. As a reward for completing the game, I'm going to give you a few secrets in the making of it. Now, did you notice this? That there's a scene with a girl called Alexa and there's another one called Jenna. We're talking about the club dance floor and the girl on street and also first date. Did you notice that that's actually the same girl? That's actress
Ah, sempre
Shanna
la
Vincent.
stessa. Ok.
Something else in the game is that in
Però
the
con
friend-to-girlfriend
capigliature
level,
diverse.
Lilia, the girl in it, is actually my
Lei è
friend.
veramente
She's my
una
friend
sua
since
amica.
2012. And so a lot of the stuff in that level is true, like her going on to a design course. Finally, maybe most shocking is that the girl Kate is actually my wife of,
è la
I
sua-
don't know, about 6 months
sua
ago.
moglie,
So
questo
you didn't
robot.
know that, and that's kind of like
Wow,
silly little
che
reward for you finishing the
particolare.
game. But if you want to
La
go
peggiore,
a little bit further and get the best possible ending, then I've got an even better surprise for you. So maybe go ahead and do that. But again, thank you so much for playing,
Grazie
and
a
I
te,
hope you
grazie a
really
te.
loved the game.
Grazie a te per averci fatto divertire. Va bene, con questo finisce questa serie. Io vi invito a iscrivervi, a mettere like, a attivare la campanella e seguirci in ogni puntata che facciamo. Denigrai gli altri canali. Chupacabra è tutto.